Hello, Suzanne with Dawn Vision's Hypnosis. I'm here to ask you a really serious question. Do you feel that your boss respects the work that you do? There are a lot of therapists out there who work in agencies who feel that their bosses really do not respect the work that they do. And they demonstrate that in various ways. Number one, they tell the therapist that they're doing their job wrong. Number two, they find ways to dig into them when they're having one-on-one conversations. Number three, they may give them harder cases. Number four, they may not give them enough work to actually make a living on. And it just becomes really seriously uncomfortable to be working in that situation. I know I found when I was working in conventional mental health many years ago that I had issues with quite a few of the directors of the programs that I was working with. And it had more to do with the fact that they didn't seem to understand why the clients were actually in these programs. They thought that these clients could do things that they really didn't have the ability to do based on the severity of their mental illness. Other ones just treated the clients like crap. Other ones dismissed their concerns. It was not a happy situation in these situations, and I left as a result of that. In some cases, I would advocate for my clients. Well, in all cases, I advocated for my clients. And in most of those cases, I was treated really poorly by my boss. It sucked. So I needed to leave and move on. And ultimately, I decided to leave conventional mental health, never got licensed in it because I didn't like the environments in which I found myself working. I thought for a while that maybe I would get a license, but when I looked at the amount of money that went into getting a license to practice mental health, it just didn't make sense financially. So I decided not to do it. The other problem I had was that there's a lot of handcuffs that are put on people who do have a license. And I hear about that on Quora sometimes from other therapists who just don't feel that they have the ability to really help people heal. So I got into hypnotism neuro-linguistic programming to both be in a healthier situation where I'm working for myself, number one, and number two, to be able to actually help my clients heal, because I believe that clients have a right to heal. I do not believe that they need to have a diagnosis for the rest of their lives. I do not believe they need to be on medications for the rest of their lives in many, many cases. Yes, you have people who have psychotic features and you have some other situations that might require medications. But by and large, most of the people who are told that they'll never heal, it's absolutely false. And I can tell you that for 20 plus years of working with these people in my practice who have been able to move on with their lives. They don't have the symptoms, and some of them are going on 19 years without these symptoms. So you're not going to sit there and tell me that it's impossible. What's more possible is that you learn how to actually help these people by learning hypnotism and neuro-linguistic programming, so that you can help them find out the root cause of the problem. So you can understand why they're holding on to the problem. We would call that the purpose of the problem, because it's outlived its usefulness. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing these dysfunctional things in the first place. And you can help them to create a compelling future so they want to be well. Generally, by the time they find a hypnotist, they actually do want to be well. So best you have the skill set necessary to actually do that and hold the place for them to be well. Because I'm telling you, since 2005, most especially, I had anorexics and bulimics come in to see me because they were not getting the help that they needed, either inpatient or outpatient, and they were sick of it. And they knew it was their subconscious mind that was getting in their way and that they needed to work on that. And these folks are doing great now. They've been doing great for a really long time. Like, since then. Sex addicts. You know, I had a sex addict come in to see me, and he said that one of the therapists actually wanted him to sit down and show him what he did when he was doing his thing. How disgusting is that? Thankfully, he walked out. I had another sex addict who told me that his therapist told him that he needed to work on his anger. No, he did not need to work on his anger. What he needed to do was to heal the lack of a safe attachment with his primary caregiver, because that's why sex addiction actually occurs. It happens in infancy when the mom is not emotionally available for whatever reason. These are the things that we need to understand and we need to help people with. And quite frankly, most of the people who go to you can be helped. But you need to know how to help them. So, what I've done is I've created a 2-day VIP program. It's actually training. It's all online. It's one-on-one. And it includes a 12-month mentorship. And what you can do is you can learn how to do these things. And then during the mentorship, when you have a patient, you know exactly what to do. You message me and we set up a video call and I tell you what you need to do. And they'll be thrilled with the results because it works. I have trainees who have gone through this program, both people who have mental health licenses, as well as people who weren't really trained that well in doing neuro-linguistic programming and hypnotism who needed to be retrained. And they're all really happy with what they learned and being able to effectively help their clients and patients to achieve what they came to you to achieve. That's what they want. They want their freedom back, you know? So if you're interested in learning more about that, my contact information will be down in the description below so that we can arrange a time to have a video call and I can tell you all about it. That's all I have for you for this time. As always, I thank you for spending your time with me. Till next time. Bye-bye all.